Plain and simple, that's where we are. That's the facts, and everybody can draw their own conclusions. Don't listen to the words of politicians. Look at the actual evidence and the facts, and I think the case is very clear.
What's going on? Welcome to the show today. And as you can see, it's a crazy one as always. So what did he just say? You should not trust politicians. Once again, who the hell is Mike Johnson? What is he? Oh, Speaker of the House. That's right. So that's what? Oh, that's a politician. Yeah, that's interesting. It's crazy that he even say that. Like, it's ironic, dude. Like, really? But the thing that's going on right now is they want you to trust him. So you got to think. Here's how I think of it anyway. So if you was to watch like Apollo 11 type stuff, like back in the 50s and 60s, Mike Johnson fits that narrative to a T. He looks like somebody that was on the TV, that was talking, sounded trustworthy, looked like he could trust him. And all the people in there, they're all old. So that's what they look at him like, yeah, people would trust him. So here's another clip for you. Just check this out.
Well, I became Speaker almost 2 years ago, and I was frustrated, as most rank-and-file members of Congress are. Frustrated about how Congress really doesn't work that well for the American people. That's why people are frustrated about it. We don't spend money responsibly here. We haven't for many years. And the reason for that is because typically, for the annual funding of the government, it's done in a back room. Literally, there's a deal made by the top 4 leaders in Congress, and that's hoisted upon the members, usually at the end of the year, right before a holiday, in an omnibus spending bill. Sometimes the bills are thousands of pages long, and it's always said that few members have fully read it or understood it. That's largely true because they weren't involved in the process. So when I became Speaker, I've been doggedly determined to make this House and the Senate work again, to do right by the American people, to get the process, to rebuild the muscle memory, to get back to the way it is supposed to work.
All right, so you see what I'm saying? So like, they want him to kind of be the face of Washington. Like, look, we'll put him out there and you just throw out the little tidbits here and there and people will trust you because he's making himself sound like, I am the good guy. Everybody here's bad. And I am trying to make things right. I've worked so hard to try and get everything back to normal. And then you try to be like, oh, he really is trying to help us. No, he's not. He's just as bad as all of them. Look how long, not very long ago, what? We was trying to throw him out because he was throwing people under the bus, being stupid, going with the Democrats, doing this. Look, this is all just a way to try and piss you off at one side or the other. That's all this is. It's a political war right now is what it is. And the only people getting screwed is you. If you work for the federal government in any capacity, you are being screwed. And eventually we're going to get screwed. That's no doubt. We always get screwed in this in one way or the other. So anything the man says, just don't believe it. I mean, literally, you're probably already there because you're probably like me and you don't believe shit they say anyway. But this is hilarious to watch because he is really trying to make you feel like he is on your side. He is here to help you. So we're going to check out this other clip, which it's kind of interesting that he brought this situation up as well. Watch this.
And then, of course, the this week paychecks start being affected for federal workers, and that is going to have real consequences for them and their families as well. So this shutdown continues to create more and more problems, and the Democrats are going to get another chance. They've already voted 5 different times now to keep the government shut down and against opening up the government, which we have from our colleagues in the House, a clean funding resolution, which is nonpartisan, something that 13 previous occasions, the Democrats' majority here in the Senate and the Biden presidency, almost all Democrats voted for.
All right, so as you can see, what'd he say? Oh, paychecks are coming out. Why would you bring that up? So they bring out the paycheck deal, and then the current thing going around is now there is a loophole where you might not get back pay. You might not get back pay. So we're going to hop into that real quick, and then we're going to get into the rest of the meat and potatoes.
Caitlin, we are hearing there is some concern from some of the people who have been furloughed who may not get paid, which is kind of unusual. What can you tell us?
That's right, Vlad. Usually federal workers who are furloughed get back pay. In fact, in 2019, Congress passed a law ensuring that that was so, ensuring that federal workers would get back pay if indeed they were furloughed. That law was passed after the last government shutdown that ended in 2019 that lasted 34 days, the longest in history. But now, Vlad, this morning, there is a memo circulating around, and we haven't seen the exact contents of it yet, but a memo circulating around the White House that suggests that they are looking for some kind of loophole to see whether federal workers do need to be, in fact, paid back. Now, take a listen to how House Speaker Mike Johnson responded when he was asked about this very memo.
Shutdowns, many or most of them have been paid for the time that they were furloughed. But there is new legal analysis. I don't know the details. I just saw a headline this morning. I'm not read in on it, and I haven't spoken to the White House about it. But there are some legal analysts who are saying that that may not be appropriate or necessary in terms of the law requiring that back pay be provided. So I'm sure that'll be
All right, so there's a loophole somewhere. First of all, they passed where it's supposed to be illegal for you to not get paid. There's a loophole. I bet you there is one because somebody put it in there for a specific reason. Now, they're just saying this. There's probably a situation where this is really true, but they're saying this so that way the Democrats will start getting pressure and have no choice but to vote and open the government, which this shouldn't be going on anyway. So in my opinion, you guys are sitting here creating all these budgets. So I went through the CR that they passed, and it's HR 5371. So I looked through this bill, and it's relatively short. It's relatively brief. Now, there are some crazy spending budgets in there for these short periods of time. I mean, 200 million, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Why can you not? Okay, so let's say you guys come together, you open a government, you create next year's budget. You need to put in there $400 million, whatever the amount is for all the employees. Put it in there so that way next year when you guys want to have hissy fits and throw tantrums, everybody still gets paid. No one has to care about you arguing because the country still moves. Because I guarantee you, if they're building some crazy black box over in the desert, the military is, their budget is still going. Ain't gonna stop. Continue. But the people that run the country, nah. And then you want to have to bring up, we might not be able to pay you. No, there should be a penalty if you don't pay them. Like literally, there should be something, there should be a penalty for this where, every employee that does not get back pay or is not getting paid, you should get an extra check. You should get 2 of your checks, something. But they could put that in there. That's something that needs to be done. So that way this never happens again.
so that government can continue to work for the people. Real pain is being felt by real people around this country.
But anyway, years later, still no good health care. The only thing they did to health care was they removed people off of it that should not be on it, and that's basically it.
We have a negotiation going on right now with the Democrats that could lead to very good things. We are speaking with the Democrats, and some very good things could happen with respect to health care.
You didn't fix anything. The doctors are still shit. It still cost $1 million. But you know what? You guys have the best health care, and we pay for it. But we can't get anything. I'm telling you, it's time to stop paying taxes. It's literally time. If we don't pay taxes, they have no budget. It's that simple. We run this country. Just stop paying taxes. The whole big thing was make America great again. Are we great? Does it feel great? It doesn't feel great to me. And it doesn't feel like it's getting any better. It feels like it's getting worse. So, it's time for something to happen here. Mike Johnson. It's not my paycheck. That's basically how the man thinks. Didn't get the memo. So, yeah, if you work for the federal government and you're not going to get back pay. Let's say you find out tomorrow you're not going to get back pay. If I was you, I'd walk straight out the door. I'm done. I quit. Done. No, don't quit. Just walk out. Don't get mad. Don't tear up shit. Just walk out. Because what is the point in you being there? I mean, literally, what's the point in you being there? No one wants to work for free. I think there's also a way they're going to do this to eliminate people. So if you work for the federal government, they obviously are downsizing a lot of areas of government. And then they say this and people get mad and people quit. Well, blah, blah, blah. We didn't have to fire them. Like, that's their way of getting it to happen. This is just Both sides are just, it's messed up. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. No one is for you. No one's for you. But anyway, I mean, that's pretty much all we got today. You know, guys, it's crazy times as always. Nothing seems to get better. I hope everybody out there that works for federal government is, you know, gets through this and everything works out. I hope there isn't really crazy things for your family, but you know, here we are. But don't let it get you down right now. There's always brighter times to come. If you guys got anything from this, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed for the next videos because I'm sure, as you know, we're going to go through crazy times for the next couple months. But we'll see you in the next one. Peace.